Namaste. This is Vivekanand, and this is a tutorial about Twitter, Hangouts on Air, Blab, how to retweet, and so on and so forth. I would also be mentioning a tool that I'm developing. I hope David would be able to join soon. But I have gone on air already. So, oh, namaste, David. Okay. Namaste. As I was a couple of minutes ago, I was thinking probably David is having problems, so I went ahead and started a tutorial. So sorry about that.
I have to catch the replay of the part that I missed.
No, you haven't really missed anything. So I was just a few seconds of introduction. So okay, where are you? Oh, okay.
Kitty cat wanted to go outside.
Okay. Yeah. As I mentioned, this tutorial is Twitter centric. One of the things I am developing script tweet. I would like to show you what I have done so far, and then help you with the what needs to be done, or how not what, you know what needs to be done. You are the what person. You know the what, I know the how, and together we know the why. So
We just got to tell the rest of the world that. That's all.
Yeah. Okay.
We have to tweet to the rest of the world.
I have been tweeting, David. I have been tweeting. My Twitter account is quite active since last few days. Okay. Why do we need a new tool? As I always start with why. So why do we need a new tool? There are plenty of tools available, but they all need or expect you to sign up for something which costs not only costs money, but also needs you to do something specific. And typically they expect you to pay a monthly fee, whereas most of us have Google accounts. Most of us have people like you who are enlightened have gone for Google Apps for Business. So you have that account and Google provides a service. So why shouldn't we make use of the service that is provided, which is included in what you are already paying? The only hitch is it's not fully developed yet. What I'm going to share is not fully developed yet. So it still has a few rough edges, a few little things which need to be ironed out and so on. But why we need a tool is because rather than you do something using an entirely different service, you do it with what you already have. So, okay. Well, what do you think of that reason, David?
Well, it makes a lot of sense, but as you were speaking, the first question that came to my mind was, is anything ever fully developed? I mean, if it's good, it's always in a state of improvement. We need to figure out how to make it better tomorrow than it is today. And that's and I'm a little bit sarcastic with that, but that's how my mind operates. That it's good what we have today, but let's figure out how to make. Let's talk to our customers. Let's talk to our users. Let's talk to the rest of the world, and say, okay, here it is. Will you use the tool? If not, why? And in using the tool, what have we possibly missed to make it a better tool for you? We always have to be asking ourselves those questions.
Yeah. Okay. Let me do a bit of screen share and show you. Okay. What you're seeing now is a Google spreadsheet. It's a spreadsheet which is equivalent of Excel from Microsoft, but this is from Google. So Google Sheet. This is nothing but a sheet. And Microsoft had their own scripting language. I think it was called VB script, Visual Basic Script, but they shortened it to be VB script, and then it has gone with the various other names. But Excel spreadsheet has its own scripting language. But the old Microsoft's scripting language, which was going on with the Excel, depended so much on the computer on which it ran. So you had to have the computer running all the time for the script to work. Whereas this one, the spreadsheet, is on Google's servers, part of your Google Drive, and the script can be made to run automatically. It can be made to run on an hourly basis, on a minute by minute basis, on 15 minutes, once every 15 minutes, once every half an hour, once a day, things like that.
Let me, can I interrupt for a second? As a novice looking at this, from the consumer key down the next 5 lines, is that all proprietary code that you wrote, or is that just part of the Google spreadsheet?
Yeah, what you're seeing here on screen, this is a settings screen, and it says this script was run at this is today, 5 minutes before we started, 3:40 p.m. This was run, and it is set to run every 30 minutes. This can be changed to 12 hours, 8 hours, 4 hours, 2 hours. This is all of these settings are set by me. And this code that you see here, consumer key and so on, all these strange letters and alphabets and numbers and all that, this is required for this code to run. It's these are the things that you get from your Twitter account, and these are authorization to use your Twitter account, because this script, script that is associated with this spreadsheet is going to run on your operate on your Twitter account. So you need to give permission for that. And so every time you want to send a tweet, Twitter is going to ask, what's your consumer key? What's the secret? It's like authentication, password, and so on. So these are the things that need to be set up correctly. And those these are actually, I should say, um, you are actually seeing bit of rough edges here. These need to be, these should not be really shown to the consumer as such, but at the moment there is no other way. It has to be shown in the sense, these are the things that need to be taken care of. um, uh, not immediately, but would be. So these are the settings, and here is the actual spreadsheet. So what I showed you before, this is the setting, this is the, these are the actual messages. I don't know whether you can see them. Let me try to zoom in. Is it better?
Better. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. I had used this column for something else. It needs to be removed. It's no longer relevant, but removing that requires few other code changes to happen before I can, I can't just remove it and throw it away. So this is actually the tweet message. When this tool runs, this would be the Twitter message. This would be the URL that would go out with this message, and these two would be combined using a specific format, and the actual final tweet would look like this. This would be what the Twitter user, this would be what people on the Twitter would see. They would read this message. So essentially what I'm showing here is, once the tool is completed, once we have ironed out most of the uh, rough edges, somebody like you would be keying in a message that needs to be tweeted here in this column, row by row. These are separate messages, and these are the URLs associated with each of them. I mean, and associated in the sense, okay, for let me take an example. Couple of days ago, I created a YouTube with talking about Simon Sinek's book, The Golden Circle discussion, and this is actually a link to the YouTube video. And not only that, this would be a time-stamped video. So if the viewer on the Twitter clicks on that link, he would start the YouTube from that point where the golden circle is being discussed in that video. So in that sense, all these messages are all, most of them are related to the start with why discussion I created, and these URLs relate to that. And that is the tweet that would go out. And these are some of the things. This would be the actual length of the Twitter message. Would be this 84 would be the length of this message here. And here is a status column, post length status. This says it is great to retweet. And there is one which says hard to retweet, because this is the length of this message is 126 characters. So if someone receives this tweet and he or she wants to retweet it, they will find it a little hard to get rid of some of these characters and retweet. So that's what this means, hard to retweet. Whereas all these other messages are they are very good to retweet because they are less than 120 characters. And this is the actual status. Once this script runs, this would be updated. If there is an error, this would reflect that. And there is a lot of code to go with this. This is the code. So a lot of code is there. So that is about the tool. And one of the things that need to happen with, I mean, this is how I see a Twitter marketing campaign. And then you can come back with your responses, David. We should send out tweets, and hopefully some other people would retweet them. And as a matter of fact, I see that on my, if I look at my Twitter feed, I see that quite a few people have been retweeting my tweets. So, which also means that I need to probably include them, follow those folks, so that I also retweet some of their tweets, because that's one of the not a requirement, but it's one of the customs or protocols. Yes. So okay, over to you. What do you think?
Well, I don't have a whole lot to say other than we need to use it and watch it and study it and evaluate it. There's correct me if I'm wrong. What you have developed is conceptually similar to what Hootsuite does.
Conceptually, yes, but
obviously not practically.
Yeah, Hootsuite is supposed to allow you to send messages to LinkedIn and Facebook and lots of other, but it has its drawbacks, its positives and negatives, and so on and so forth. And it is a tool which has grown in stature. I'm not really trying to compete with the Hootsuite. But what I'm trying to do is make a tool available for whoever is using Google Apps. And because this Google spreadsheet is available for anybody, but it does need a bit of programming and so on and so forth, which I am happy to do for people who, it's one of those things where what I do is a proof of my why. I want to simplify things.
Quite honestly, you ought to let somehow Google know that here's a practical application, and
I would take the approach that I would like to approach some of my friends, such as yourself, maybe a few others who probably at top of my head, two names come to my mind. One is Scott Scowcroft. The other one is Jessica Jewell. Probably I would approach them, and at least Scott has a Google Apps for Work account, so he can use it. So and that's how I plan to make it available. And
Actually, I was waiting for you to mention a name that you did not mention, that it is mandatory
mhm.
that you share it with Ronnie.
Okay,
I
yeah,
mean, for the important reason that he, he's a part of Google's, he's on their test list. There, he's a Google tester.
yeah, I agree. The reason why I didn't mention his name was he's a popular uh, figure. Lots of people approach him and so on and so forth. Not that he wouldn't listen to me or anything, but yes, I agree. Yes, he didn't. His name didn't come to my mind for the simple reason that he is big.
Well, that's that. I mean that's all the more reason, and you're friendly with them, and
Yeah.
I mean it's something that that you might want to share in that community, and just
Hmm.
kind of put some bones out there, and
Hmm.
and see what happens. Now I'm the marketing guy talking now.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Yes.
Ronnie will be very, very interested. He is tech savvy,
Hmm.
and he understands stuff. And he understands how technology applies to business.
Hmm.
And so he has to be on your test panel.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that's coming back to the nitty gritties. Okay. These few things here, these consumer key, secret, and all that, these are the things where I need to do a lot of work to see that at the moment it's using uh, my Twitter account and those are the few things that need to be ironed out. So um, but once I start um, running this tool, these about not exactly 30, probably 28 or 29 tweets would go out in rapid succession, um, at a rate which I determine. Once every 30 minutes, all these tweets would go out, and that's what this tool does.
Can somebody tweet too much? I don't understand Twitter, obviously, because I'm just getting into it. But can somebody overtweet?
Um, there are two things there. One is Twitter itself would prevent you from tweeting the same message within um, few seconds, or I don't know how long, probably a minute, 2 minutes, or something like that. You're not supposed to, even the tool has to run a little slowly, in the sense it has to send one tweet and then wait for a few milliseconds before it can tweet the next tweet. So if it tweets too rapidly, then the Twitter would say you're tweeting too much. Twitter itself will say you're tweeting too much. But sending same message over and over again, that is seen on the Twitter all over the place. So it depends on, and the advantage is the Twitter feed is like water flowing down the bridge. So um, you see what you see at that moment, and you need to either react, interact, connect, whatever at that point. Um, so that's one of the reasons why tweeting too much is a relative term, in the sense, if there is somebody who follows you and he sees only one message from you over and over again all day long, every 10 minutes, then he or she may say, okay, tell me something else, or may unfollow you. But that's about it. It all depends on how many followers you want, how many. So that's my reasoning.
Well, it's very interesting, and as I said yesterday when we were blabbing, that you're one of the most creative developers that I have ever met, and you look at something and say, geez, this would make my life more simple if I did it. So let me put some work into it. And now you've got a tool to make other folks' life more simple, especially mine. And you know how I have to keep mine mine simple.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So does it? Do I take it that you are going to be my first beta tester?
You know, I'll do anything you want me to do, but the answer to that question is yes. Because if I have any problems in anything, I know who to turn to. Well, no, I'll provide the content. You know that. I mean, I'm a content person, and we'll work it out. I mean, that makes it also raises some interesting challenges for the audit product that we have developed. I mean, there's some really interesting things that can be done and tied in that way. So, yes, the answer to your question is yes. I am indeed honored to be your first beta tester.
Thank you.
All you have to do is show me how to use the tool and how to fill in the blanks, and I'll use the tool.
Okay. Okay. So I think we have a blab scheduled in about 15.
What are we going to talk about in the blab? Oh, it's
slightly 15 minutes. Yeah, from now. Yeah, slightly over 15 minutes.
It's a marketing discussion today. Marketing.
Yes, yes. I think we are talking about. I think we are talking about, is the marketing sales on target?
Whoa, great question. I'm glad you asked that question.
Okay, so yeah, that is about this tutorial, if you want to call it that, demo. I don't know how.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you call it. Just use it.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to end this broadcast and integrate, simplify life. Thank you.